man, this book is super underrated, it's a banger. There's just shit everywhere. It was very anticlimactic. It was very vivid. It was just incredible. Hi, I'm a considerate wannabe, and the 10th book I read from Stephen King is Dolores Claiborne. All right, Dolores Claiborne. What could I say about this book? Really short read. I think it's about under 100,000 words. It felt like 1922, but roles reversed in some ways. Stephen King likes killing people and putting their bodies down a well. I don't know if that's his thing, but that's 2 stories now in 10 books that involve dead people in a well. So there you have it. The first thing that I noticed from reading this book was, holy shit, the prose is something else. It took me a good like 40 pages to get used to the slang and the way that it was presented, and I certainly didn't know that the whole book was going to be a complete monologue. Do I like the prose in this book? No, I do not like the prose in this book. It gives the book character, but I wasn't a fan of it, okay? It was kind of hard to follow at points. So what's the book about? Essentially, it's about a woman called Dolores Claiborne who gives her confession to the police about she didn't kill Vera Donovan, the rich geriatric that she was taking care of, but in fact, she fell down the stairs and broke her back and died. But in doing so, she had to explain how, yes, in fact, she did kill her asshole of a husband many years ago. And throughout the book, you discover, after taking abuse from her husband and seeing her husband manipulate her kids, either calling them sissies, wimps because they're bookworms, or trying to sleep with his own daughter, yeah, that is no bueno. So she decided to kill him because she had enough of his nonsense, because when she found out that he stole money from them, she's like, I'm axing the motherfucker. She ends up killing the guy through the well. Like I said, 1922 vibes a bit. One of the parts of the book that I was interested in was the eclipse. How is the eclipse going to play a role in the plot? And essentially it allowed Dolores Claiborne to have nobody around her house or her neighbors, because everyone was out on the water or out downtown viewing the eclipse together. So she was able to kill Joe that way. You know, fun, but yeah, it's not a big part of the plot. The funniest thing I ever read in a book came from Dolores Claiborne. The whole vivid explanation of how Vera Donovan threw human shit, threw her own shit at the walls, at the curtains. It's all over the place. Dude, I just couldn't believe what the hell I was reading at first. I was like, what is Stephen King doing? There's just shit everywhere. There's just shit everywhere. It's incredible. Yeah, I just couldn't, it was very vivid. It was just incredible. I was like, all right, bud, if that's what you want. And she's like, you know, and then he even goes into the detail of her like moaning when she's trying to freaking do number 2. And I'm like, fuck, yo, Steve, why? Overall thoughts on the book, I thought it was mid. I honestly thought it was mid. I didn't think it was anything special. It's also not a type of genre of a book that I would expect Stephen King to write. There's no horror, there's no thriller, there's not really suspense. It is in fact a drama book. That's not something that I typically want to read, and that is accurately reflecting on my sentiment on, yeah, it's a mid book. But again, it was still interesting to read nonetheless. However, I will not be going back to this book. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Joyland, and the fact that, yes, there's a lot of just like drama, and there wasn't like classic horror King in his early career. But I felt with Joyland, I connected with the main character more because I am a man. Dolores Claiborne, is a woman and a mother. And I am not a father nor a mother. There's a less likely of a chance that I'm going to connect with the main character, and that's how it went. But again, I'm just trying to be as objective as possible in terms of why I didn't like the book or why I may have not liked the book. Stephen King likes to write a lot about some taboo topics like incest, but Stephen King doesn't shy away from that. So I do applaud him with keeping on theme with really trying to push the boundaries in literature and trying to just make you feel very uncomfortable while reading scenes of like, good Lord. I know that there is a companion book to this, Gerald's Game. We'll get to that in the near future. But yeah, I hope that Gerald's Game is better. I really hope it's not like this, but I could be wrong. This review is not going to be long because I don't have much to say about it in terms of the plot, because it really is just a monologue. Man, I wish there were natural breaks in this book, like chapters, but hey, I get it. It's thematic with the whole confession, so it is what it is. You know, she kills her husband, everything goes according to plan, and once she finishes her story, yeah, she realizes that she's fucking rich because Vera Donovan gave her everything in the will, but then she pretty much donated it all. So anyway, yeah, you know, it was very anticlimactic. Yeah, you find out in like newspaper clippings that nope, she's scot-free, she's fine. And so yeah, I'm not really sure if I'm in the minority, or maybe I am, I don't know, but you know, I saw a lot of people saying, man, this book is super underrated. It's a banger. This book has one of the best well-rounded characters ever from Stephen King. And I'm just there, I read it and I'm like, it's mid. The book is mid. Yeah, I don't have much thoughts on it too much. So I'm just gonna give this book a 5 on 10. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was fine. And yeah.